What if I told you that by 2026, your small business could pretty much run itself, saving you hundreds of hours and giving you a massive competitive edge? Well, stick with me because in the next few minutes, we're going to lay out the exact AI blueprint to make that a reality.
This right here, this is the huge mindset shift you need to make. For forever, the answer to growing a business was always hire more people. But that's not the answer anymore. Today, it's about building one single smart system that just works for you 24/7 without ever calling in sick.
And here's why this is just so important. That number, 20, that's roughly the number of hours a lot of small business owners lose every single week to tasks an AI can do in like seconds. I mean, seriously, what could you do with an extra 20 hours every single week?
All right, so let's start here. The real problem isn't just the 20 hours you're losing. It's the customers you're losing during those hours, and the ground you're giving up to your competitors who are moving way faster.
I want you to really let this sink in because this is happening right now. At 2 in the morning, when a potential customer has a question, your competitor's AI is right there, answering it, booking the meeting, and bam, they just got the business. If you're still stuck relying on regular office hours, you're already falling behind.
Okay, but here's the good news. The fix isn't about getting lost in 10 different complicated software tools. It's about building one unified system. And the best part, you don't have to know a lick of code to do it. And I want to be super clear about this. Those old roadblocks, they're gone. Totally gone. Seriously, if you can write an email, you've got all the skills you need for this. We're talking about creating an engine that runs huge parts of your business on complete autopilot. All right, let's get into it. First up, we're going to build your automated marketing engine. This is where we finally stop that day in, day out grind of creating content and start building a system that thinks ahead. So here's how you completely flip your workflow. First, you use an AI like Perplexity to come up with a month's worth of ideas based on what your customers are actually searching for. Then you can have ChatGPT whip up the first drafts and use a tool like Claude to really polish it so it sounds exactly like you. And finally, step 3, you can create an entire month's worth of visuals in Canva in less than an hour. A daily chore just became a once-a-month task. But, and this is a big but, here's the secret to not sounding like a generic robot. You don't just throw generic prompts at it. No, what you do is build a custom GPT. You literally feed it your website, your blog posts, your About Us page, everything, and it learns your voice. The result is content that is perfectly on brand every single time. Okay, so you've got your brand voice down pat, and you're churning out awesome content. But here's the catch. All that great content is completely useless if it's just sitting there in a silo, disconnected from everything else. This is where we connect all the dots. Using a simple tool like Zapier, the second someone fills out a form on your website, a whole chain of events just kicks off automatically. They get added to your CRM, a personalized welcome email shoots out, your team gets a notification, all instantly. What does that mean for you? No more mind-numbing data entry and absolutely zero leads falling through the cracks, ever. All right, on to the second piece of our system, your 24/7 AI receptionist. I mean, just imagine hiring an employee who works around the clock, never needs a coffee break, is always perfectly polite, and costs a fraction of a salary.
This is all about making sure you never, ever miss an opportunity again. You know all those same questions you get over and over? What are your hours? What's your return policy? The AI handles all of it, instantly. It can book meetings right into your calendar and grab contact info from a potential customer at 3 in the morning.
Look, automating your tasks is huge. It's powerful. But honestly, that's just the starting line. Now we're going to talk about the real endgame, the strategy that gives you a completely unfair advantage for the next decade.
So we've all heard of SEO, right? Search engine optimization. Well, that's kind of the old way of thinking. Welcome to the new game, answer engine optimization, or AEO. The goal isn't just to be a blue link on a Google page anymore. The real goal is for the AI itself, like ChatGPT, to trust your business so much that it recommends you directly in its answer.
And believe me, the difference is like night and day. Think about it. Traditional SEO is this messy fight to get someone to click on your link from a long list of other links. AAO, that's about becoming the answer, the one and only trusted answer the AI gives. When someone asks, what's the best local plumber? You don't want to just be another link they might click. You want to be the answer. Okay, so the big question is, how do you actually get an AI to trust you?
And it's not about the old tricks like stuffing keywords everywhere. It's about 4 key things. First up is data consistency. Is your address, your phone number, your hours, is it the exact same everywhere online? Second, social proof. Do you have good, recent reviews? Third is structured data, which is just a fancy way of telling search engines exactly what your content is about. And fourth, are you transparent about your data and privacy practices? These are the new ranking signals.
But all of this, all these technical things, they all point to one even more important idea. Because the real foundation of all this trust, it isn't just about data. It's about ethics.
This is how you build a business that's not just successful today, but for the long haul. You make sure there's always a human in the loop, some oversight. You're open and honest about how you use data. You work hard to make sure your AI is fair, and you fiercely protect your customers' privacy. And here's the kicker. Doing this stuff isn't just the right thing to do. It's literally what these big AI engines are being built to reward.
So if you take away just one thing, let it be this. It's a balance, right? On one hand, you automate all the busy work to save time. But on the other hand, you take that time you just saved and you pour it into building trust, with consistency, with quality, and with ethics. That is the winning formula.
And please, don't think this is some far-off hypothetical future. This is happening right now, today. The race is already on. And it's not just about who can automate the fastest. It's about who can build that core trust that will drive the next wave of business. So, the only real question is,